Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to talking about the classes and the object concept in the PHP programming language. We will see classes and object one by one. I will show you the diagram concept of the classes and the object as well. So before starting the classes, we just need to understand that what are the classes and the objects. So class, the programmers defines the data types which include local function as well as the local data. You can link or you can think of the classes as the template for making many instances of some kinds of classes and the objects. The classes and the objects are the basic concept of the object-oriented programming, which will involve around the real-life entries or real-life entities, and the class is a user-defined blueprint or the prototypes from which the object is created. And it represents the set of properties or the methods that are common in all objects of one type. Let us see that firstly we have the class right here. Inside the class we have the lot of data types. What are integers, age, then you have to write a string which is name, then you have to write a string which is, let's suppose, greeting. Okay, then you have to print all of these inputs, all of these entries. Then you have to write inputs and outputs as well, which is available inside the class. But when you have to study the object, so there are the different attributes what are involved, where you have to provide the age of that, like age which is equal to 15. Then we have to provide the name of that string. Let's suppose that is a name which is Bob or anything, and the greeting here as well. Okay, and with the help of methods, so you have to get these prints, inputs and outputs values right here. Okay, here inside the objects you have to provide the variables and you have to provide the procedures as well inside the methods and the attributes. Hope so you understand now that what are the objects and the classes right here. Let's suppose we have the entire class which is dog. Hope so you understand now. Or we have, let's suppose, the entire class which is car. Okay, so this dog and the class name here is this dog and the car name here is the class. Let's suppose you have some kinds of data members. Let's suppose you have the dog is breed, then size of the dog, and then age of the dog. Okay, so these all are the data members of that classes. And if the dog is eat, then dog is sleep, then dog is run. So these are the methods of that dog or that class. Okay, same is the case like here you can see that the car, so car is the class name here, then the car color. Okay, then the car is the model of the car, the car like model of the car, and then the doors of the car. Okay, then you have the types of the cars. So these all of the, you may say that these all of the data members of that classes right here. Hope so you understand now that how we get the class and what is the object and the data members of the class. Now here I will tell you the advantages of the class in PHP. So class provide an easy way to keep the data members and the methods together in one place, which help in keeping the program more organized. Class, which is using, also provides another functionality of that object-oriented programming, that is inheritance. Classes also help in overriding and standards operators. Using classes, you have to provide the ability to reuse the code, which make the program more efficient, and you can grouping the related functions as well. In the procedural language, if you are creating some of the functionality, so if you want this functionality again, so you can entirely write your code. But here the scenes are changed in the object-oriented programming, where you can simply create a class of, let's suppose, dog, and simply all of the attributes define in the class and one by one call them. Okay, now you can see that how we can create the classes concept in a PHP. Firstly, very simple, I have to write class, which is a class of dog right here. Representation of the class is simply class is a keyword and dog is the name of the class. Okay, here you can see that inside that you will write the property of that. At this stage, I'm not adding any of the property of that right here. Just make your concept right here. Now every class have an object. Here I just create obj, which is equal to, here I just write new, and the new here is dog. Okay, and then after that here I just close this code. Then here I just write variable, which is the dump, or sorry, variable underscore a dump variable here, and here I will call this object right here. Okay, now after that you can see here, firstly I have to make the class and then create the object of that class. Then object is an individual instance of the data structures which is defined by the class. You can define a class once and then make many objects of that class, which is known as instance. Hope so you understand now. Now here you will see that here I am just running the complete example of that, the dog here. Then now I am just defining the properties of that. So firstly I have to write a public keyword. So public keywords to make this variable public, which is accessed inside the class and outside the class as well. Here I just write the name, so dog name here. Then here I have to write public, and the public here is dog breed, and the breed here is also a variable here. Okay, now after that here I'm just writing that a public, the public here is the dog color. Three attributes what I am just defining right here, the three properties what I am just defining right here for the dog name, dog color, and the dog breed. Okay, now here you will see that after this, inside this class I have to write a function. The function here is set name function. Okay, or here I write this is set name function, where I just set the name of that. Inside the name I have to use one function name, which is, or one method name, which is this. We will learn about this in next upcoming lecture, because on this keyword there is a separate lecture what I am just creating right here. So no need to worry about that. Simply make your concept on the classes and the objects right here. Here I just get the name, and then here I just write this is the name right here. You can see here I'm just setting the functions for the get name right here, and then after that here you can see that I just write here that firstly I have to set the name of that. So you can see here that the name here is, let's suppose, the any name ABC. So I don't know the dog's name right here, so here I just say new, and the new here is the dog. So new is a keyword and the dog is my class name right here. Okay, then here after that I will write XYZ, which is equal to, here it's write new and the dog here. Okay, then here you can see that ABC, where I will set the name of that, and the name of that here is ABC, and then close this code right here. Then here I have to write XYZ, set the name of the dog, and which is XYZ. Okay, now after that here you can see that I have to write echo, and the echo here is I just write ABC, and the ABC here is get the name right here. Okay, now here you will see that now I have to write echo, and the echo here is I have to write that's the beer tag right here, and this is the beer tag, and then close this tag right here. Now here I just write echo, and here I have to write that this is XYZ, and the XYZ will get the name of that. Okay, now here you will see that I just simply create 3 properties, but I am just getting one of that because I just need one of that property where we have getting only the name of the dog. If you want to get the breed of that, color of that, simply applied that concept right here. Okay, now here you will see that I'm just running this code right here. So we have an error in line number 23 where we have ABC, and there ABC will, sorry, here I write echo and then ABC where I will get this name of that. The error you can find in here, which is get underscore name, just because of here we need to set 2 functions for getting and the setting the name right here. So here I have to write one other function where I have to write this is get underscore name, and then here I have to write that will return the value of this keyword, which is name right here. Okay, now here this code is working fine, where I will get the name of that and the name of that function here, and after that I will return this as the name right here. And here we have, yes, okay, and now it's fine. And yes, we have an error right here where we have to get the name. Okay, now I'm just running this code right now into the browser, so you can see here where I just get the value of and the name of that ABC and the XYZ name right here, which is the names of the dog right here. Hope so you understand now that how we can create that. Now one another example what I'm just creating to you guys, which are, let's suppose we have the PHP code right here, and then here I will write the classes and the object concept right here. Firstly, I'm just using require. The require here is, let's suppose I'm just creating or I'm just adding one of the class to you guys. Okay, now the class here is, let's suppose we have some kinds of already saved class right here, where this is, let's suppose, a working file, or let's suppose this is the class of PHP. So this is up to you. So I think so in my concept, maybe this code will be, or this concept will be much difficult to you. So here I will write, or I will create one of the another concept for you to make your concept much clear. So this is an example of the classes and the object in the PHP. If you find any of the problem regarding this lecture, please let me know, and thanks for watching this lecture.